So I think, yes, this is where bond is. Okay. So like I said, I was asked to start again. So my name is still Sulaiman Olanshile Omogbola, and I will continue being your tutor. So I said we'll continue from where we stopped in our last class, which is we stopped at calculating the value of bond. That was where we stopped in our last class. And please, I said that we'll most likely stay more than 11 today because I have to finish bond valuation analysis today, and we still have a lot of things to cover. So we might have to stay more than 11. So, and I need you guys to catch up real quick, please. But I will try as much as possible to still be calm and explain very well. So in the next 5-10 minutes, let me do a quick recap of what we spoke about in our last class. I gave assignment. Nobody did my assignment. I only saw like 1 or 2 people that submitted the assignments. People should keep it up. A quick recap of what we said in our last class. So last class, we started bond valuation analysis, where I gave a definition of bond, where I said bond is a contractual agreement between the issuer and the bondholder. And I said it's a source of long-term financing. We have 2 types of bond: redeemable bond, irredeemable bond, which can also be called callable bond and non-callable bond. We are explaining redeemable bond as a type of bond where at the end of maturity date, you recoup your investment, which is your principal amount, and also interest. But irredeemable bond is a type of bond where at the end of maturity year, there's not even maturity year because it continues till eternity. It's just your interest that you collect. If it's annually, if it's monthly, it is just your interest to collect. That is for irredeemable bond. I just spoke about characteristic of a bond where I said issuer, maturity, par value, coupon rate, currency, where I explain each and every one of them. I don't think I need to go through all those things again. I also spoke about yield, which I said yield is the rate of return expected by bondholders from their investments. I gave the types of yield as current yield and yield to maturity, where I said formula for current yield is coupon over market price. And I think we solved an example. We spoke about yield to maturity too. That yield to maturity is the market interest rate required on the bond. And I spoke about yield curve too, which was the assignment I gave that only like 2 or 3 people submitted. Although I said ICANN might not ask, but please, nobody knows what ICANN will ask. And I said we should do it as an assignment and send to me. I saw only like 3 or 4 people. A big thank you to everybody that submitted. People that did not submit, thank you too. You can still submit though. You just add it to the assignment I will give today. So we spoke about yield to maturity, where I said yield to maturity is just like IRR, internal rate of return, where I gave the formula to each and every one of us here, where I said the formula is A plus NPVA over NPVA minus NPVBA, all brackets minus B minus A. I think we solved an example, yes, where the answer was 8 points. Please, let's be checking all these things. I'm not forming figures. I give an example where our answer, the KTK PLC, that was the example I gave, KTK PLC. And we all solved it together in this class where we got 8.62%. So if we're not in that class, you can message me or message anybody that was in the class. I think we'll send the question across, or I'll drop it in the group chat perhaps, so we can all look at it again. So I think it was about 2 examples we even did. I think there was one we got 6.972. Yes, I think we did 2 examples in our last class. So today we'll be moving on quickly. Like I said, the main topic for today is actually value of a bond, how to determine value of a bond. Please, I will really need to remove this pack from my screen because I need to write. So let me do this. I'll start with this. So let me do this. So value of a bond. What is value of a bond? Please, if you want to write, you can write. How is this one up? So what's the value of a bond? Please, we can just want to just value of a bond is the present value of the expected future cash flow. Please, in this particular class, I will need us, don't just write. Please, let's note the some of the key points that I'm saying. The value of a bond now. The value of a bond is the present value of the expected future cash flow of both the interest and the principal, discounted at the required rate of return. Please, I said it is the present value of the expected future cash flow, both interest and principal. They are discounted at the required rate of return. That is what it means. That is what value of a bond means. But like I said earlier now, I said there are two types of bond. We have redeemable bond and we have irredeemable bond. So in method to calculate redeemable bond, to calculate the value of redeemable bond is somehow different from how to calculate value of irredeemable bond. Why? Because we all know that redeemable bond now, he has number of years, that the bond gongo has number of years, he has maturity years. So you can say, okay, you want to calculate, okay, the present value of this bond, you want to calculate the future value of this bond, because you know the years, so you can use the years to determine. Let's say you say you buy a bond of 5 years, you can say you want to get the present value of what that bond will be. You can say you want to get the future value of that bond because there is a year attached to it. But for irredeemable bond, like I said, irredeemable bond, there's no particular year. It is indefinite. So you cannot say you want to calculate future value of when there is no year. So please, let's note some of all these things. So the method of calculating redeemable bond is different from calculating irredeemable bond. So I will write the formula for, let me use Excel. Formula to calculate, is this my tab up? Okay, let me bring this down. So I'll write the formula for calculating irredeemable bond. To calculate irredeemable bond, because we are trying to get the value of the bond. The value of the bond means present value of the bond. You know, I said discounting. So anywhere you hear discount, you know, we are trying to do present value. I explained the difference between present value and future value in our last class. Please, I do not say all those things for fun. I'm not saying it to brag. I'm just saying it. I said, please, let's note some of all these things because we'll be using those terms here. So, to calculate the current value of the bond, current means present, Abi. So current value means present value of the bond. So to calculate, let me do this. In calculating the current value of the bond, this means PV, obviously. Our PV now PV equals to interest payment. Because when you are doing irredeemable bond, these are the only values you have. You have just interest payment, the amount you are paying, and the yield. Those are the only details you have. Interest payment over yield. This is for, please, let's note, this is for irredeemable bond. Irredeemable bond. Please, this is for irredeemable bond. Because these are the only things you get. These are the only details you get. You only get your interest, the amount of interest. I said in our last class that interest also means coupon. So you can see coupon, you can see interest. Most likely it's coupon you will see because that's what we've been dealing with. So you can also say this means coupon over yield. Our yield is also our rate of return. So this is the formula to calculate for irredeemable bond. Let's go to redeemable bond. They will take an example for each. Who is alternating on my screen now? Why? I'll for you people. Please stop writing rubbish on my screen now. You don't need it. So let's go to irredeemable bond. I would have loved to clean this thing, but it will take time. So please let me just continue. So I said there are two ways to calculate irredeemable bond, we have the formula method. Am I writing rubbish? We have the formula method and we have the table method. So I will teach us the two ways. Then you pick whichever one that's comfortable for you. Like I always say, don't cram anything. Look for the one that suits your hand and work with. So first, let me write the formula for the formula method. And after explaining this, we'll pick an example for the two and so then move to the real work of today. This one is just plain. So like I said, we are trying to get a present value. And when I was explaining the value of bond, if we listened well, I said you are trying to discount both the interest and the principal. That is what we are trying to discount. For irredeemable bond, we don't have a principal because there's no redeeming. We don't have a principal. That is why we are not discounting the principal there. But for redeemable, at the end of the maturity year, you collect your interest, you collect your principal. So we are going to discount the two here. So the formula for discounting for redeemable bond, if you are using formula, this one is PV. Our PV now equals, we first discount the interests. After you've discounted the interest, you will now use your annuity formula. Why are we using annuity formula? I said this in our last class that you only use annuity formula when maybe your cash flow throughout the years, they are all the same thing. They are all the same figures, like 666, 7777 throughout the whole 5 years. You use your annuity formula there. So you come here, then you say, I wrote annuity formula for us in our last class, but I'll still write it again. 1 minus, you open your bracket, you say, where's my this thing now? So you say 1 minus this now is going again. So PV equals to, I said interest. You first discount your interest. After discounting your interest, you now say you put your annuity formula, which is 1 minus 1 plus r raised to power minus n over r. So I said 1 minus, you open your bracket, 1 plus r. I'm not supposed to be saying all of these formulas, but I'm a good person, like I always say. 1 plus r raised to power minus n. Where is this raised to power here? Okay, let's say this. This power minus n. Please don't let this formula confuse us. So please let's know all of this. And all of this now over our rate of return, which is r. This is please let's know this formula. This one we are first doing now. This is annuity to first discount that interest. Now I said we'll discount the interest and we'll discount the principal. So this first one is to discount the interest. Then we'll now say plus. Sorry, we'll now say plus. Say plus. Now this is us discounting. Now we are discounting the principal. So now say fair value. Face value. I said it in our last class. It can be called face value, can be called nominal value, can be called par value, and it's usually 100 naira. Rate at the bond is usually quoted at 100 naira per unit. Then we'll now discount it with our discount rate 1 plus r. 1 plus r raised to power minus n. Please, there are plenty formulas in SFM to cram. So don't be stressing yourself. Just know the basics. Like I said, you first discount the interest. When you discount the interest, you're obviously doing annuity because I don't know if you've noticed most of the questions we've been solving. Our coupon, our interest, they don't change most times. They don't change across the years. So you know that, okay, your interest, you discount it using annuity, which is your 1 minus 1 plus r raised to power minus n over r. That's your annuity. Then after then, you now come and discount your power value, usually 100, then plus power value 1 plus r raised to power minus n. That is for the formula method. Then the last one now is our table method. I will display that for us too. So I hope this is clear before we pick an example. So please, is this clear? Is this clear? Oh, you all cannot talk.
Yes, sir, it's clear.
Hi. Sorry. This formula, is it for redeemable bond?
This is for, yes, this is for redeemable bond.
Okay.
Please, can I continue?
Sir, wait,
Yes.
I have another question, sir.
Which, sir?
Okay, the question I have is that how is it possible for us to discount interest separately from par value? You making mention of something discounting interest at par value. Like I didn't get that aspect very well. Can you please explain it better, sir?
Sir, if you look at this formula I wrote here, when I gave definition of value of bond, I said this means you are discounting the principal and discounting the interest together. That is what it means. If you look at this formula now, it's the same thing. Is the Excel that broke it here. It's still the same thing. The whole formula is interest. You discount your interest using annuity because it does not change. So interest, any coupon rate, open brackets, 1 minus your annuity plus your par value, open brackets, 1 plus r raised to power minus n. You are doing it all together. They are not separate, they're together. Sir, please, do you understand what I said?
Okay.
I don't really get you. Like, wait, sorry, sir. Let me ask a question. Now, you said that the formula you wrote P equals to I. So that I is the interest, right?
Yes, sir.
So now you're saying if you are discounting par value, that is it going to be that is the par value that will replace that I in that position?
No, this FV means par value, it means face value, it means nominal value.
Okay. There's a plus between them. So that means they're still together by the plus.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I hope we'll get a question that will make us understand this formula well by using it.
We'll do the question answer.
Okay, sir. All right, sir. Thank you.
Please. Excuse me, sir.
Deborah, I'm with you.
Excuse me, sir. Good evening. Okay, so, sir, sorry. I just want to be sure that I understand what you're saying. Does it mean that if we're competing for the present value of redeemable bonds, while we are actually taking the summation of the discounted figure of the fair value and the discounted figure of the interest put together?
Yes, that is what it means. You add it together. We'll solve a question. You see how it works.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yes, my question is this, sir. Can I ask?
I don't want to take too many questions because of time, but please,
okay,
this is the last question.
No problem. You can go ahead, sir. No problem. You can go ahead, sir.
Thank you very much. Because of time, we have a lot of things to do. So, what I said. So we'll take a question. Please, let's note some of all these things. So the question, I'm actually going to dictate it. I cannot be snapping today. So please, let's be fast with. If you are writing, please write fast. And I don't want to be typing it either. So the question now, let me use my name. Chile PLC. They're trying to calculate. Okay, hold on. Okay, still the same thing. Chile PLC. Let's do first for irredeemable, then we'll do redeemable. So Chile PLC has 12% irredeemable bond. Chile PLC has 12% irredeemable bond of 5 million naira in its capital structure. Chile, sorry for the people that are not Yoruba, so my name is even here. SHILE, Chile PLC has 12% irredeemable bond of 5 million naira in its capital structure, which currently yield 9%. Chile PLC has 12% irredeemable bond of 5 million naira in its capital structure, which currently yield 9%. Required. Calculate the value. Sorry, please, you've written the formula. I'm erasing it already. Oh, let me leave it.
Please don't erase it. Hold on. Don't erase it.
I've even left it alone. Let me come to another place. I've left it. This one. This minus 1 plus.
Sorry, please. I missed out on the second part of the question. Can you please
Chile
just
PLC Chile PLC has 12% irredeemable bond of 5 million naira in its capital structure, which currently yield 9%. Required. calculate the value of the bond. Don't want now. By force. There's a problem with this one. I'm not going to type a formula.
What about using MS Word?
I think that is what I'm finally going to use. I don't know why this exists, just me. So I'll be switching back because of the formula there. So please, someone should call the formula I said for okay, first, before we go to the formula, let's bring out what we have in the question. Irredeemable, please, the 12% is what?
Coupon. That's the coupon.
The 12% is our coupon rate. And what did I say you would do to the coupon? I think I said all of this in our
Multiply by par value.
multiply by par value of 100
Yes,
of how much, ma?
100.
100 naira per bond.
Of 100 naira, and that gives us
12 naira.
That gives us 12. Then what else is in this question that we need to bring out? All our parameters. Please, when we are solving bond, I always love us like when you bring out all your values. When all your values is out, you see bond, you see option. That is how they are very sweet that way. Once you bring out all your parameters, it is just a straight way because you know your formula. It's just to be imputing those figures. So what's the next thing we are bringing out? What do we have in this question again?
How
Said
about
the yield
you?
is 9%.
We have our yield. We have our
Yes, sir.
yield
Which is our half.
as 9% here.
Yes, sir.
Which
As
is the same thing as
9%.
half.
So I think this is very clear. And I said our formula is interest payment over yield. PV equals interest payment over yield. This was my answer. What's the value of my bond? Fast. We need to move very fast. Deal. Interest payment over yield. We already brought out our interest. We already brought out our yield. If you don't know, like I said in our last class, coupon also means interest.
You said the formula is what?
Interest payment over
Interest
yield.
payment over yield.
This was my answer. What's my answer?
133.33.
Ma?
133.33.
33% or what?
133.33.
What are you putting there? Is it percent? Is it kilometer? Is it meter?
Is percent.
Naira now.
It's not percent, man. It's naira because you already converted your 12%
Okay.
to 12 naira. And when you are dividing,
Yeah.
you're dividing by 0.09. So your answer will be
Okay, sir.
3 naira.
Yes, we are trying to get the value. Value is amount.
133 naira.
133.33 naira. Thank you. Anybody
Yes.
that did not get
Yes.
1.3, anybody that did not get 133.33, send your solution to me on WhatsApp. Thank you very much. There is no
133.
yes, that's our answer.
133.
Thank you very much.
All right.
With our answer. Let's move on. That is for irredeemable bond. Please, let's note it. That is for irredeemable bond. And it was like that
Okay.
because we don't have, I don't know if you noticed this.
Sorry, good evening. Are we multiplying it or we dividing it?
We are dividing.
The formula is interest divided by yield. So you're dividing it.
Okay.
Is it 12 over 9?
That is 13.3 bar.
Is it 12 over 9?
133.33.
Is 12
You are
naira
dividing
divided
12
by
naira
9%.
divided by 0.09.
0.09.
0.09.
We have 13.3.
133.3. Yes, that's the answer, sir.
13.3.
133.3.
No, 133.33.
Multiplying by 100.
13.3.
Sir,
If you
please
divide
send
it
your
straight,
sir,
it's 133.33.
Multiply.
sorry.
If people are delaying, the person should send it to you.
There's no problem. Anything you get. If you are not getting 133.33, send your solution to me. It is that simple. The answer is supposed to be 133.3. What you're supposed to do is you already converted your 12% to 12 naira.
Into
You want to
percentage
divide it
already,
by,
to naira already.
if you want to divide, if you are going to divide it by 0.09, you're supposed to get 133.33. That is your answer. And I'm done with that. Please, thank you very much. If you don't get that answer, please send it to me on WhatsApp. I will gladly check it. So, like I was explaining earlier, I said, I don't know if you noticed the question. We don't have anything like which has maturity here. There's nothing like that because irredeemable bond is indefinite. There's no amount and a number to the year you're going to like recoup your investment. So that is that for that. So now let's go to redeemable bond where we have two ways of solving. And I said formula method and tabular method. So real quick, please, let's do the formula method. I don't know if we should use the same question. Let me change the question real quick. So in calculating value of redeemable bond now. Yes, I already gave the formula earlier. Let me go back to my Excel sheet. So you always see the formula I gave. So this is the formula I gave. The tabular method is like MPV. So I don't need to write all those again. I don't need to be writing year, item, cash flow. We know all these things. We are in final level. So now let's write the second question down for redeemable bond. Let me look for a name here to use. Let's say Adebimpe PLC. Adebimpe PLC. If you cannot spell Adebimpe, spell Ade. Yoruba names are very sweet. And I'm a proud Yoruba boy, so I'll be using mostly Yoruba names. Thank you. Adebimpe PLC has issued some 9% bond. You can use your name. Adebimpe PLC has issued some 9% bonds, comma, which are redeemable at par in 3 years' time. Adebimpe PLC has issued some 9% bonds, which are redeemable at par in 3 years' time. Investors require an interest yield of 10%. Investors require an interest yield of 10%. Adebimpe PLC has issued some 9% bonds, comma, which are redeemable at par in 3 years' time. Full stop. Investors require an interest yield of 10%. Required. Determine the current market value of the bond. Required. Determine the current market value of the bond. So, please, I think I already unmuted all. Please, let's just follow. Can you hear me? Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I'm very sorry. I'm kind of rushing it, please. So please call my parameters for me. Let's move. Someone should call my parameters for me, please.
You have the bond, the coupon rate 9%.
Please, I need just one person. That man that is talking, please just continue like that. I don't want the class today.
The coupon 9%.
9%.
The N, which is number of years, 3 years.
We have N, 3 years.
And we have the R, 10%.
3 years. We have our let's say our R equals to 10% here. 10%. So
yes,
just like this, this is already very okay. Something that you did not call for our R value is not in this question, but I already explained it that bonds are always, they are quoted at 100 naira. Please and please don't let us forget, bonds are quoted at 100 naira. $100. Bonds are quoted at 100 naira. So these are all we need for this, for all of this question. I already gave the formula. Let me go back to the formula. In case if you did not get it, please write down the formula. Then you will insert all these things there for me and give me an answer now. We all know that our PV equals to present value. Our I is our interest. Our R is our rate of return. FV is our power value. This is the formula, and this is our parameters. So please impute it in the formula and give me an answer. What's the market value of my redeemable bond? I'm also typing. I'm also imputing it in my calculator like this. So please. Give me an answer, an answer, an answer. I want us to work.
97.48.
That's correct. I need like 2 more answers. Maybe I'm carrying everybody along. Please, if you don't understand,
I
you
think
can
the
raise up
coupon
your
rate,
hand.
I think the coupon rate is 10%.
No, ma, the coupon rate is 9%, ma.
For the 9%.
9% bond. That is the interest on it. It was even written there that interest yield. Like I said, yield also means rate of return. I explained all this in our first class. Yield also
An
means rate
interest
of
yield
return.
of 10%.
Sorry, sir. Please, in place of the I, are we actually going to multiply the coupon rate by the par value to get the I?
In case of the interest, yes.
Okay.
And you can also, the way it is like this, the why is always, why I don't know if you see textbooks. Some textbooks will not show you that they are multiplying by 100 because they expect that you know, because they don't want you to go there and go and put 0.09. That's why they always show you that they are multiplying by 100, because you are not supposed to go there and go and put 0.09. It's supposed to just be 9 like that. So you don't necessarily need to show that you are multiplying by 100 as you are saying it. The only thing that is supposed to come to head is don't change this thing to 0.09. Carry it and go and put the 9 there like that. I don't even understand what I'm saying. Because if you ask some people, naturally, when you see 9%, some people, first thing that is coming to their head is dividing by 100. When you are doing this one, don't divide it, just carry the 9 and go and impute it like that. That is the essence of you multiplying it by 100. I don't know if anyone understands what I'm saying.
Yes, we understand, sir. Thank you, sir.
No problem. So please, I need two more people to confirm the answer, then I move on. Because I already got my answer. I need 2 more people to confirm the answer, and I go to the tabular method. Let me come down and write my stuff here.
I have 97.5.
97.5 is correct. So approximation.
Is that correct? Correct.
Yes, 97.5 is correct. My internet is unstable. Okay. I need 2 more.
Sir, please, if I just want to confirm something, sir. Can I just quickly confirm?
I'm with you, sir.
Hello, sir.
I'm with you, sir. I'm with you, sir.
Hello.
I'm with you. Can you hear me, sir? Hello? Please, can anyone hear me? Problem. Hello, can you hear me?